This is fine. I'm okay with the events that are unfolding currently. That's okay. Things are gonna be okay.
Believe I watched that. I cannot believe I watched the shit for that. The game itself is obviously infuriating, season over, whatever. But the real DEFCON 5 was that death tone press conference. All preface. The GM can't say we want this guy, that guy. He can at least articulate what he felt happened. You couldn't even get that out of the guy. It was almost a state of denial. This front office and the coaching staff, which is confirmed to be back, so there's that small sliver of hope gone, dashed before the offseason even began. This front office is in a state of denial. It's in a state of denial about where it is. It's in a state of denial about where the roster is. It's in a full-blown state of denial. It is the Detroit Lions of the NBA. The Philadelphia 76ers organization is the Detroit Lions of basketball, a perpetually awfully ran organization. And I want Joel traded for his legacy. Seriously, if this continues, where Joel is loyal to an organization that is the Detroit Lions of the NBA, Joel may very well go through a career historically putting up great numbers and being more compared to Charles Barkley than anyone else. Charles Barkley waited too late to get out. Joel, get out now to save your legacy, to save who you are and one of the best players in the NBA. Because this organization is not going to help you. That was the most disgusting part, but oh my God. There were so many awful things that were said, but one of the things that I take away the most is when Doc was like, oh, well, it's hard to win. Go look at Milwaukee. Milwaukee went out and got Drew Holiday. At the point. What did you do? You went and you got a 33-year-old who we are praying that it really is a hamstring or whatever. And on that note, Daryl Morey, oh, we're definitely going to bring him back. Or, oh, he's this great player. He can score and he can pass. I'm not really going to say anything about Harden. I'm not going to criticize, my little chosen BFF. Oh, fuck off. Seriously, fuck off. I can't believe the Sixers are where they are. And even when it came to young players, a topic of serious discussion, Daryl Morey actually had the gall to sit here and say, oh, we're going to mix the young players and the veterans, or we try, and the Doc does a great job. Oh, we got Paul Reed at the end. Oh, yeah, at the end. DEFCON 5 delusion. That is the takeaway from that press conference. I know other guys take notes. I'm sure Billy Mike took notes, or maybe RB took notes, or maybe DJ took notes. I'm more raw. I sat there and I listened, and it's like, for those Eagle fans, for example, because I'm going to go Eagle full-time, even when the season starts in September, that's what happens when you're the Detroit Lions of basketball, Daryl. I have no interest in a losing, pathetic organization. Joel's like, oh, maybe we should look at the players. The players should be better. Yeah, fine, sure, I can say that, Joel. But who, in the end, brings them in here? Ownership, management. So, if you are content with being the Detroit Lions of basketball, oh, well, there are other organizations. You lost to Max Strus and Gabe Vincent. Come on, guys. I can't. If this organization, I've been a fan of basketball since Allen Iverson made my eyes starry-eyed. It was like, oh my God, this 6 foot, 175-pound guy, just like Cake Scott. Like, oh my God, this dude is going out here in the trees, and he's like a foot shorter than everybody else, but he's still going to give it pound for pound every single night. And it wasn't just his physical toughness, it's the speed with which he had the ball, and it's like, oh my God, you can go from one end to the other. You can shoot jump shots, you can make layups, you can even make dunks. There's so many actions and things you can do simultaneously with the ball. It makes basketball one of the most active sports. Maybe that's the ADHD or whatever. But it's a super active sport compared to football where, your offensive and defensive lines at the line up, you take another 15 seconds to snap the ball, and then you throw it or run it for another 15 seconds. Way slower. Way slower compared to basketball. So basketball ended up being my first love over the Eagles. But the Eagles is where I started. I'm going back there. Howie Roseman, 2 great off seasons in a row. 2 great drafts in a row. Some Eagle fans are upset about the secondary, but here's the other way of looking at it. Compared to this Detroit Lion NBA franchise, you have all the tools to fill that one hole. Howie has all the resources to get that done. If Jalen Hurts is for real, he can zoom in completely on corners and safeties, and we might just have a great secondary in 2024, and we will be contenders for another Super Bowl in 2024. Compared to where we were in 2020, what a quick-ass rebuild. Because the Eagles were patient, they were disciplined, they knew what they wanted to do, they had a game plan, and they stuck to it. Unlike this sorry-ass franchise. For God's sake, I think even the Flyers, as awful as they are, I think even the Flyers have a better foundation moving forward with Nolan Patrick than the Sixers do right now. Seriously, it's done. This is a terrible ran organization. The GM isn't going to go anywhere. The coach isn't going to go anywhere. The ownership isn't going to go anywhere. And the players might not even go anywhere. They literally sat in a press conference and defended Matisse fucking Bible. My Lord. Enough. Of everything you want to hear, I even mentally expected myself to hear that movie back, and it was still worse than that. This organization is no longer, don't renew your season tickets. Seriously. The only thing that they're going to listen to right now is money. Here's the truth. Here's the bottom line. And I know that DJ will probably agree with this 100% because it's that kind of mentality. All Jonathan Harris cares about is whether or not you pay him money by going to the games. Fuck that. There's no difference from where we started the process in 2013 to where we are right now. The only difference is the more bloated salary. We know that. Even Akeem Pompey knows that. Everyone knows that. So if the organization refuses to listen, if the organization refuses to make itself better, if the organization is still going to try and convince you to look at Shake Milton and Burkhan and Matisse and Danny and so on, there's only one thing they'll listen to, guys. Your money. Boycott the Sixers. Because we have 3 other franchises at the moment. Not 3, but at least we have the Eagles. It makes you wish the NFL and the NBA did overlap a little bit. Wouldn't it be great for a direct competitor? Because only then will Jonathan Harris actually be motivated to get off his ass and get this organization properly constructed. Do I trust Jonathan Harris? Hell no. I'd rather him sell the team. But the fact that ownership, stupid light, it turns off automatically, which is absurd. But the fact that this organization is where it is from top to bottom, it wouldn't be that way if the Sixers had direct competition. Unfortunately, they don't. So the only thing you can do, having heard that Doc is going to be back, cancel the season renewals. Seriously. Why are you going to waste hundreds of dollars, or even, when it comes to front row seats, sometimes they go for $1,000. Or $700, $500, $600. Why? $500 to watch this shitty-ass franchise? You would have liked for them to come out with more fire. You would have liked for them to say, yeah, we're disappointed, we're angry, and we're going to show it in our faces. We know that you said championship or bust, and now you're relegating yourself to second round purgatory. That is why I say you are the Detroit Lions of the NBA. You are the worst man franchise in basketball. Greg Melly himself, go check him out. He said it. The Sacramento Kings went to the Western Conference Finals sooner than you did. That was 2002. This franchise is a joke. Joke ownership, joke general managing, joke coaching, and joke players besides Joel. And for Joel's legacy, demand a trade. Please. I want you to be, not that I don't want you as a Sixer, I want you to have your best life. And it's not here. It's not here under Daryl. It's not here under Doc. And that's clear to me. And the reason why, it's like a butterfly, right? You know, with the butterfly, it's a cute animal, you like it, but you really know in the bottom of your heart, in order for that butterfly to be at its best, you have to let it go. Same thing with Joel. Same thing with Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid is our beautiful butterfly that came out of the cocoon of the disastrous process where it all failed. You drafted none of the well. You drafted Jaleel Okafor. You drafted Michael Carter Williams. You managed to draft every deep bench reserve or out of league player with lottery picks. Incredible. He is the only thing that you were able to salvage from that. Yes, it's time to let it go. Embiid deserves to be a Warrior, a Heat, somewhere where he actually has a serious chance of doing what his legacy will allow him to do. Because it's not going to happen here. Not as long as Daryl Morey's head stuck up his ass, and Doc Rivers' head is stuck up his ass, and Jonathan Harris definitely has his head stuck up his ass. It's not going to happen here. It very clearly is not going to happen here. So the best thing for Joel Embiid's legacy is for him to go somewhere else. You know? It hurts. We did to Joel Embiid what we did to Allen Iverson. Same fucking thing. Same fucking thing. Ruin the franchise legacy player here because of incompetent management at the top. It's the same damn thing. The only thing is that Joel Embiid is more in his prime than Iverson. That's why I want him out now. Don't wait until you're 32, Joel. I'm gonna look. It's the Kevin Garnett thing, and I hope that Kevin Garnett and Shaq talk about it. Shaq left Orlando. He was a younger player. He left the agency for Orlando to LA. It's time, Joel. It's time. It's time. It's time for you to go to greener pastures, not in Philadelphia. It's time. Because I refuse to watch this franchise destroy your career. That's what's going to happen. If you stay loyal, it's going to destroy your career. Yes, it worked out with Giannis and the Bucks. That ownership fucking cares. This one doesn't. Out of their mouths, they don't give a shit. So, let's go to Milwaukee. Well, not in Milwaukee, but the Warriors, the Heat. Somewhere where you can win. Because you deserve it. You fought for us. Concussed. Orbital eye because Siakam's a bitch. The thumb. You fought everything for us, man. So just go where you can win. Go where you can win. And go where you can be appreciated. Because Daryl Morey doesn't appreciate you. Doc Rivers doesn't appreciate you. The only thing that Jonathan Harris appreciates about you is that you get asses in the seats, like Sam Hinkie said. That's the only thing that Jonathan Harris cares about. He doesn't care about putting a winning team around you. So you go do you. You go do you. And you put yourself in the best position. And that's unfortunately not in Philadelphia. But make no mistake. Like, Iverson fans were Iverson fans even after Denver. And he came back and he kissed the logo. You're going to be a Sixer forever in heart. But we want a different ending for you than for Iverson. And if that means abandoning this pathetic, disgusting organization, then that's what that means. Please, I want you to get your best life. That's all I want. I don't care for Daryl. I don't care for Doc. I don't care for this organization or this staff. The only one I care about is Joel Embiid. This organization can go in a ditch fire for all I care. You are the Detroit Lions of the NBA. Fuck it. I'm out. We're out.